Hey everybody, it's Hakeem here, back with some more Magic. Still on the Boros Aura train. We've got an opening hand with 4 lands, heavy on the white, which is good. And we've got 1 drop, 2 drop, 2 drop. So that's an excellent opening hand. We're going to keep that. Playing against Eisen the Great, the beginner, is playing with a 61 card deck. He starts with plains and go, and we pick up our 5th land and drop the kitty into play. So I think my turn 2 play is going to be this paladin rather than this one, because the Exalted lets me swing with a 2/2 lifelinker on the 2nd turn, and then I can just play True Fire on the 3rd turn, depending on what we draw. So Eisen is playing a red-white deck, and he's playing Krenko's Command. So actually that changes things a little bit. I don't know if I want to trade. Don't know if I want to trade my lifelink cat, but I mean against the Boros token deck, he's going to create a lot of creatures, and he can convoke out triplicate spirits pretty fast. The Boros token deck is, is one of the best decks in the game, so I'm going to actually offer a trade here. At the end of the day, it's a 1 mana card of mine and a 2 mana card of his if he decides to double block. So I'm slightly ahead in that exchange, and it'll slow down his token plan, and it'll give me 2 life. So that's the way I'm going to go with it. And next turn I probably actually play the Mentor and try to set up a card draw engine. But we'll see what he's doing now. He's played another mountain. And he's playing a Hellspark this time, but my guy has first strike here, so that's kind of a waste of 2 mana right there. He doesn't get to trample across and do any damage. I just knock it out of the park, and that's that. Nothing happens. So that was a waste of a Hellspark right there. So yeah, I get the Armored Ascension. So I'm definitely just going to swing for 3 here, because we got the Exalted trigger. Swing for 3 first strike, and put the Mentor into play, and then draw a card on True Fire Paladin, and then maybe stick an Ascension on it. That's the game plan anyway. So let's play the red source and get the Mentor into play. So now if he wants to unearth his Hellspark, he can come at me, and I certainly won't block, and I'll take the 3. But throwing it headlong into a first striker there was a mistake. So let's see if he hits the 4th land and what he's doing. He's playing Anger of the Gods. Okay, well that means he's just 2 for 1 me there. So that was a bit of an unexpected play. I definitely didn't expect to see that from a token deck. Anyway, maybe it's not a token deck. Maybe it's just some kind of hybrid deck. I'm not sure. But the good thing is I've got God's Willing if he tries to remove my Paladin, and then next turn I'll be able to play Armored Ascension for +4/+4 and use a God's Willing to protect it if he has removal in response. So it's looking pretty good. He's going to need it. He's going to need 2 removal spells to beat me. So he's playing a Rabble Master here, which is as we all know, it's a strong card. So he's going to make a token and come on into combat with that. He's just going to unearth the Hellspark here too, which is fine. I'll take the 3 off that. I'm on 22. He's down to 2 cards in his hand, which is not the greatest thing for him. So I'm just going to block a token since he's tapped out, and take the 3 off the Hellspark. Yeah. So I mean this Armored Ascension looks really good right now with me here with 4 planes. So we'll add another one next turn. So I'll make sure I keep white mana open, which is. So now we got a 6/6 Vigilant Flyer. That's pretty huge, and I got the protection for it in case he has some type of removal. But in red-white, I'm not sure what he could have. Definitely no red removal spell. So if he comes at me actually with a Reprisal or something, then God's Willing is going to knock that Ascension right off, which would be pretty shitty. Or an Angelic Edict, same thing. But I don't know if he'd be playing those cards in this deck. Reprisal maybe. Most likely not Angelic Edict though. But the way he's looking at it there, he probably doesn't have an answer, because if he did, I think he would have just jammed it right away. So he's playing Galvanic Juggernaut. Oh, that's an interesting card. Yeah, it's pretty good actually. It's just a 5/5 and it attacks every turn, but it's only 4 mana, colorless. It doesn't untap. It only untaps when something dies. But I mean, if you're playing the Rabble Master, that's going to happen a lot. But I'm going to be able to hit him for 9 next turn. So let's do the math on this. I've got a 7/7. If I put Nimbus Wings, it'll get me to 8. 9. I can't kill him. So I'm not going to put wings on it. I would if I could kill him, but I can't. So I'm just going to come on in for. I will though buff this because I have no use for the red mana. So just make it 9. Take him down to 2. And we still got the protection. So even now, if he knocks off my Armored Ascension somehow, I got the wings follow up. So it's not so bad if I lose the enchantment this turn now. He's playing Phantom General. Okay, that buffs all his tokens up +1/+1. So when he makes a Rabble Master token, now it's going to be a 2/2. He's only got 2 cards in his hand. I'm not going to block the Juggernaut because I can't use God's Willing and choose colorless as a color because it's not. So I'm just going to block the token here. Take 5, and then the Juggernaut untaps us. You know, that's a pretty cool bit of synergy there. But you know, I'm just going to swing in the air for 7. He's on 2 life, so I'm not sure what he can do about it. Looks like nothing. Yep, nothing. Okay, so there you got to, you know, I mean, True Fire Paladin is just such an amazing card in an aura deck. I can't overstate. You know, I've said this basically in every single video. You put a Nimbus Wings or Armored Ascension on it, and it's just brutal. You know, most decks can't beat it. So that was a pretty quick one, under 6 minutes. So let's see if we can find somebody in the custom lobbies. There's a 4-player game there, but I'm not gonna join that. So I'll just make a lobby here, and just give me 1 second here. I'll be right back. Excuse me. Alright, now, nobody's joined the lobby, so I don't know if it's, you know, I'm here at 11 o'clock in the morning. Most times I'm playing at night. Okay, we found, is this the same guy? I can't even remember who it was. Playing against Eisen the Great. Excuse me, sorry. Did I play against him last game? Not really sure. What was Buddy's name I just played against? I'm totally blanking out here. Anyway, let's move on against Eisen here. Game never loads. Okay, what do we have? What do we have? We're on the draw, but we've got a turn 3 Rabble Master, and we get a Storm Breath plus a couple of protection spells. So I'll go ahead and keep that. And Eisen starts with Plains. And go. Alright. So let's play Boros Guildgate. Say go. Picked up a Mentor, which is another 3-drop. I would have liked to pick up a 2-drop probably, but I guess I'll just play the gate. Yeah, we're playing against the same guy. So he's just Hellsparking me for 3. I can take that. I can certainly take the 3. I imagine, you know, if I play a tap land, he might just do it again next turn, and all of a sudden I'm on 14. That's not the greatest place to be. But, you know, I got the Rabble Master, so we'll see if we can get there with it. And we picked up a 4th land, which is not the worst thing in the world. So, okay, just 2 tap lands on the draw to start the game. It's a pretty slow start for this deck, but we'll play Rabble Master into Mentor and start drawing some cards, and hopefully jam Storm Breath and ride that the rest of the way. So now he's playing Wall of Omens. So from what I saw of his deck last game, he's playing tokens, Juggernauts, Hellsparks. Like, he wants to attack, he wants to be the beatdown, and then he goes ahead and puts this in his deck, and that just really bothers me when people play those kinds of cards in their aggressive decks. I mean, it doesn't really do a whole lot. I mean, he's gonna fog my token here, so he's not gonna take the 1 off the Rabble Master, which is fine. But he doesn't get to kill the token, and you know, Rabble Master is gonna be swinging for 4 next turn. So he'll just block that, I'm sure. And yeah, so next turn we get to play a Mentor with 1 mana open, and when the Rabble Master makes a token, we'll get to draw a card. And I've got 2 more lands, so that means I can curve right into a Storm Breath Dragon then. So that'll be pretty good. We'll see if he puts down that Juggernaut now on the 4th turn and puts a 5/5 in my way. That would be pretty. That would be a pretty big roadblock. So he's thinking. He's thinking. I guess he could probably unearth this. He's got that in his graveyard that he can bring out. He's got 5 cards in his hand, and he plays a Missionary to gain 4 life. It's pretty interesting. So he tapped his red mana to cast it. You know, he probably should have brought the Hellspark there. So picked up a Paladin, but I'm not on the Exalted plan here now. So I am going to drop Mentor into play, and then draw a card off the Rabble Master, just like I said. So here comes another token, and draw a card. It's another land. So I'm not going to swing with the Rabble Master this turn because he's got that lone Missionary out there that can block it, and I really don't want to lose it. And he's actually going to trade there, which is surprising, and he's not going to block with his Wall of Omens, so I really don't know what's going on here. You know, why he wouldn't do that. But I'll take the free point of damage. I mean, I'm not going to complain or anything. Just going to jam Storm Breath, and since it has protection from white, he's probably going to find that pretty hard to deal with. I don't know if he's got any red removal spells that can really handle it. He'd probably need a pair of shocks, but he's only got 1 red mana. So, yeah, I got another God's Willing, which is going to be good when I untap next turn, but for now, let's just jam the Storm Breath. I'm actually not going to bring the Rattlemaster again this turn because of God's Willing. Because of what's the card I'm thinking of? Raise the Alarm. He could have a couple of ambushers there. Yeah, there he is. So I didn't want to lose my Rattlemaster to that, or my Mentor. So I'm just going to bring the tokens and bring the Storm Breath. So he's going to keep those guys there, and not trade with my tokens. So I don't know if he's got a Triplicate Spirits now and he wants to convoke out some flyers. That may be the line that he takes. No, he's going to tap out for a Phantom General now and make his guys bigger, which is pretty good. He's got a couple of 2/2s on the ground now. But I'm just going to keep swinging with that Storm Breath and hope to get there with that. And I've got the God's Will. I've got 3 God's Willing, so I can be pretty liberal with these. So I think what I'll do, I'm going to keep the Mentor at home. Obviously, I'm going to draw a card. Pay white mana. Got another Rattlemaster. Wow. So the goblins come. I'm going to bring the Rattlemaster and the Flyer. So he's going to pick off some of those tokens. I imagine he's going to try and block the Rattlemaster, but I'll give it Pro White and just kill a token. So he's doing that, and he's just going to kill. I imagine his Phantom General is going to block there, but he might be afraid of a shock or something. So there we go. Now I'm going to give my Rattlemaster protection from white. That'll keep it alive and kill a token. See land, so I'm going to put that on the bottom. We've got enough of that going on here. So there we go, and I think I just jam another Rattlemaster here and draw a card off the Mentor. I think that's what I do. I'm going to create a ton of tokens next turn. I mean, the Rattlemasters are going to force each other to attack. But I got a pair of Gods. Oh, I got a Wrecking Ogre. I think this game is over because I've got the Flyer here now. And I've got the Wrecking Ogre, so unless he puts down a Flyer, that's 14 in the air right there. So nothing else is really going to matter if he doesn't put down a Flyer. So he's playing a Gutter Snipe, which is actually pretty decent in the deck, playing Krenko's commands and Raise the Alarms and all those sorts of things. But it's not a Flyer, so he can't block my Storm Breath Dragon. And that means he doesn't have any type of fog effects that he can cast, because Safe Passage is in white, but it's a 3 mana card. So I'm just going to bring the team. Yeah, draw a card off that goblin. Gotta make sure I keep 5 mana open for the Wrecking Ogre. Actually, I'm not going to draw this card. I'm going to, well, yeah, okay. Everybody's got to come except for the Mentor. So those guys are up to 7. 2 big dudes that are going to smash in there. But this is the play right here. This is certainly the play. And we Blood Rush onto the Flyer. So even if he has a Reprisal, he can't target Storm Breath with it. So we've got a 7/7 double striking Flyer that brings him down to 6, and then the rest of the team hits him and takes him out. All right, so we played the same guy twice in a row. So I mean, not too much variety there, but you got to see me beat him up. My tongue has just gone off on it. You got to see me beat up on him a couple of times, which is pretty sad. His deck was pretty aggressive, but like I said, the whole Wall of Omens package, don't agree with it. Don't put it in your aggro decks. Don't swing Hellspark Elementals into first strikers. A few lessons to be learned. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the games, and we'll see you for some more tomorrow.